Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XII. You are here with Morris. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a few weeks since the last episode. The last episode was really more of a statement of intent, just to let you all know that I haven't forgotten about this game. It just took a bit of a back seat while I was playing other things. I can never predict what's going to happen on this channel, but this at the moment now is the only thing that's going on. Whether that will change in the future, I don't know, but it's nice. Feels nice to be able to get back to this and concentrate on it. So, yeah, the last part was more of a refresher, but I have done a few things in between then and now, so let's just have a quick look. So there's a few items in the Osmone Plane that I wanted to pick up but didn't quite get around to it. Because there's still a percentage chance of getting it or not getting it. But I went out, I didn't level up much. I think Bosch leveled up once, and that's it maybe. But yeah, I've not been power leveling or anything like that. You can't really do that here anyway. But yeah, I picked up the Silent Shot, which has no disadvantage over the Onion Shot. It is the same damage, it just has a chance to inflict silence on things, which is amazing. It's actually, this game, I don't remember the original having different types of ammunition for things. But maybe I just completely missed it. But I feel like that's very unlikely, considering the hundreds of hours I put into that game to not find another piece of ammunition. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it did. Which begs the question why ammunition was even a thing in the first place? I don't know, but anyway, Silent Shots for Balthier. Next on the list is Fran, and again, ammunition, this time switching from just your regular onion arrows to parallel arrows, which are slightly more powerful. They give you one extra point of attack power, which is not that much, but I'll take it, you know, those little points add up. And the last thing I got, which is a heavy lance. Now, nobody can actually use that yet, but this is the part of the game where I start to think about secondary classes. So just to run through where this is going to go. Vaughn is going to be a monk. Bosch is going to be a foe breaker, I think it is. Ash is red mage, time mage, black mage, and spearman. I don't remember the name of it, but Penelo is going to be the spear wielding maniac of the team. So let's do that, shall we? What is it actually called? Aha, Ulan. That's it. I knew that. But yeah, this is something that I went with before, and I found it worked really well. And actually makes Penelo one of the most valuable members of the team, again, combining White Mage with this. So yeah, I'm just going to go with it. Haha! Can I see? Can I see it? How do I switch between the... Aha, yeah, so you press triangle to switch between boards. Got it. But yeah, where is the heavy lance around here? There it is. I really do like the spear weapons because they allow you to hit flying enemies, which is something that not a lot of our characters can do at the moment. I think only Balthier and Fran actually have that ability. But yeah, it actually makes Penelo a viable, you know, character to actually have in combat. So now she's not just healing; she's actually contributing to damage as well, which is great. And the heavy lance is awesome because it also can inflict slow, which is a really big deal for a really long time. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Anyway, at the end of the last part, I don't even remember what we were told, but we do get a free chocobo, so let's go with that, shall we, and move on. Good day. See these fine yellow feathered mounts behind me? Yes, I know they're called chocobos. I was just being poetic. If a swift mount is what you want, you come talk to me, Kupo. Speaking of which, I heard from the war chief you ride for free, but only the one time, so don't waste it. What's that? You've not ridden a chocobo. Not to worry, you just point in the direction you want to go, and that's pretty much it. The chocobos in this are really useful. Apparently Bosch is riding this one. I guess he's the party leader at the moment. But yeah, enemies don't attack you while you're on a chocobo, which is great. And you also, if you want to get somewhere, you can hit sprint and you go super quick. But you can't do that all the time. But yeah, it's just a neat little way of getting around a little bit quicker. Anyway, we're not actually supposed to go this way yet, but this is more of it. Is this a shortcut? Can I actually get across here or not? Maybe I can't. Maybe I can? I don't know. I don't quite remember the way, but I'm sure there's a way across here. So yeah, you only get the one free chocobo at this point, but eventually you get as many... Well, not as many as you want, but you get as many as you want, provided you don't go past a certain point in the story. But there's really no point in slowing down or leveling around here. There is a power leveling spot pretty nearby, but we can't access it just yet.
I guess this one was a success.
Wow, I'm impressed, Vaughn.
I got a good feeling.
An alliance between Dalmasca and the Empire.
Reason tells me 'tis the only course. We must avoid a wasting war with the Empire at all cost. Yet I fear I could not bear the shame, had I but the strength.
A shame perhaps for me and for you. But for Dalmasca it is hope.
And you can just accept this, can you?
After Vane's ruse, I had abandoned hope for honor. Yet never did I forget my knightly vows. If I could protect but one person from war's horror, then I would bear any shame. I would bear it proudly. I could not defend my home. What is shame to me?
My people hate the Empire. They will not accept this.
There is hope.
Right?
Don't encourage
Hope for a future where we can
Not
join
that bad,
hands
am I
as
got a
brothers.
good feeling.
Larson, please. This is serious.
I'm sorry.
Don't be Larsa. Somebody's got to put him in his place.
The Senate may play at intrigue, but Lord Vane is not one to be brought down easily. The entire military waits upon his orders, from the War Council down to the rank and file. What better blade than he to strike down the enemies of the Empire?
Your Honor reminds me of Zet 2 years since. He, too, put his trust in Lord Vane's strength, and what became of him? Gone without a trace since Napodis.
I will not hear you malign Judge Sect. He was a noble warrior. Or do you think his trust in Lord Vane ill-placed?
Vane took 2 of his own brothers' lives. He is ruthless beyond contempt.
Ruthless, you say? Would he were more so. He gives traitors no quarter, be they of his own blood. How fitting for one who would bear the burden of empire.
But could we bear him? Zagabath, what of you? Surely you do not believe his brothers were traitors?
So found His Excellency Lord Gramis, you would do well to mind your tongue, Drace. That matter is long past.
Your Honors, a summons. Lord Vane has arrived at the palace.
We come at once.
Lord Larsa has left for Baromises. He hopes to enlist the aid of the Grand Kiltius in stopping the insurgents. I doubt this will be enough to deter Ondor, but even a slight hindrance to his operations would be welcome. This will delay the Rosarian invasion, and we will have bought much-needed time to shore up our defenses.
Just as His Excellency had hoped.
No matter the result, I'm pleased with the young lord's progress. I can already see the stunned faces of those mud-witted senators. The fools think a child emperor's strings easy to pull from the shadows. But they will find that Lord Larsa is no puppet.
Yes, the senators would be most pleased with a puppet for an emperor. Recall, Drace, how the Senate fears and despises Lord Vane's ability. When they realize the truth, that Lord Larsa is no docile lamb to be shepherded, they will bare their teeth and devour him.
You're right. I shall speak on this matter with His Excellency at once. Gabranth, it falls to us to protect Lord Larsa. Are we agreed?
Aye.
So you see what I'm talking about when I mean, it was ages ago now. We can get off this. It was ages ago now when I was talking about the enemy in this game is not... There's obviously sort of a figurehead in Vayne, and that's your enemy, but at the same time there's all this sort of internal politicking going on, which is kind of the real enemy. And the Empire is interesting as a sort of enemy force, because there are obviously cutscenes like that show that there are obviously people inside that kind of the upper echelons of the Empire that don't actually want this constant war mongering going on. And I love cutscenes like that where it shows that kind of conflict. Anyway, enough about all that crap. What else have we got? We tried passing through Golmore Jungle, but we encountered some sort of barrier and could go no further, and my friend here just collapsed in shock. There must be a way through. Is this the party I want to rock right now? I guess it is. Oh, Pinello's level 18. I didn't realize. Let's save it. Let's save it always. So yeah, it's quite a strange... Oh, I don't know which save game it is. I think it's these last three. I think that's what we were working with, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of a strange one, story-wise. But I like it. I like it for that. I like it because it's a little bit different. It's presented a little bit differently. There's a new mode in this version of the game, which is kind of like an arena mode. It's sort of like if you ever played Devil May Cry, it's like a bloody palace type thing. So you just present it with these fights, and you just go through, and I think it's 100 levels of different fights with bosses and things like that. And I was reading about the last level. Apparently the last level is 5 judge bosses all at once, which sounds unbelievable, and I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to actually do that. And I thought that looked a bit slow. I think when I was running around I changed the settings. Yeah, there we go. Changed it up to fast. Because everything's is kind of a charge gauge, if you switch it down to slow, if you're just trying to get items, that's a good way of avoiding a lot of attacks. So this is the Golmore Jungle, and something about the Golmore Jungle, the feature of the Golmore Jungle is status effects. That's the big deal here. You can see I've already got 2 characters petrified, which is lovely. Amazing. Does anybody have Asuna on or not? Can anybody even do that? Oh yeah, I took Larsa's Gambit of Potions off, because he'll just use yours. He'll just, you know, he'll just go into your pockets and throw your potions at people, and I don't really want that. So I have Pinello on Cura. But do I want to change that maybe? Can I even use Asuna yet? Let's take a look. Let's do a bit of menuing. I don't actually know where it is. It must be down here somewhere. I think Asuna's a little deeper into the magic than it used to be, because it's super useful and powerful. Excuse me. Ah, there it is. Oh, we can actually afford it. That's fine then. I might as well get the regen while we're here. So yeah, when we find that, I think there's a store coming up where we can buy Asuna, so that's fine. I might actually just go back and hit the save crystal, because I really don't want to be petrified so quickly. But yeah, the Golmore Jungle, I mean, the enemies are notorious for status effects. And that's kind of prep for an upcoming boss. The first real status effect boss. I mean, there's always at least one, isn't there? Yeah, the enemies themselves aren't actually that tough, especially with Larsa here to help out. I mean, you really want to hold on to these extra guest characters as much as possible. And it is a beautiful sunny day, which means I can see very little of my surroundings. Anyway, I know for a fact all we want to do is stick to the left here. And this guy's going to run off and aggro some more things, but that's fine. So yes, the Marlborough. Oh my god, what is that? What the hell is a Midgard Sormer? I've never seen that in my life. This is too many enemies right now. This is too much of a variety of enemies. Hang on. Okay, well I want to attack that. And I also want Larsa to attack that. In fact, I want everyone to attack that at the same time. This is gonna be... This could be bad, but we'll see. I mean, Marlboroughs are really something special, aren't they? I don't know of an enemy that's sort of more notorious in any series of games. Ah, that heavy lance doing its job. Really useful for an enemy like this, which is all about speed. Now, I've already seen before. There you go. I was just about to say that silent shot doing the job as well. And these things aren't known for their magic casting abilities, but still, I'll take it. I imagine that enemy may have had some valuable loot to steal, but whatever. I've never seen it before, so I've obviously completed the game without it. So that's fine. Hey, I'm glad we came down here. We got a map. That's nice. But yeah, as long as we just stick to the left, we should be A-okay. So yeah, what we're rocking right now is really going to be the AT for most things. I know I've talked a lot about, you know, them addressing the problems of the past and improving certain features. But you still need Bosch, you still need the tank. For everything, really. For most bosses. This will be the team that we go in with. And I don't know why I keep Larsa on primary heal duty, to be honest. I don't think there's a right or wrong way of doing that. This could get hairy. This could get really hairy. Woo. Whenever it uses one of those breath spells, you know, your heart skips a beat. Come on, Larsa, don't you have anything for blind in there? Right, well, we can live with it. I do miss the actual health bars on the bottom left. Because at the moment it's just numbers. I'm pretty sure it used to... Oh, there is a spell. Is there? Yeah. It's just lower down the list, I guess. Might need to change that. We'll keep it for now, it's all good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the health bars also used to be... They were always on top of your character, but also used to be in the bottom right, along with the numbers. But the numbers on their own are a little bit... It's difficult to just glance at it and know where you're at, you know? And these tree ants, nice and friendly, so let's not cause any disturbances there.
What is it?
The jungle denies us our passage.
What have we done?
We? No. I.
What's that mean? How are we supposed to get through that?
Making an appearance?
Come on, I'm talking over here.
I thought you'd left for good.
Hey!
Our choices are few.
Friend? Balthier!
This is as much for you as it is me.
Oh?
You are ill at ease. The Nethersight troubles you. You've let your eyes betray your heart.
Right.
What are you doing?
Soon you will learn.
Whoa.
We go to seek aid of the Viera who dwell ahead.
I bet they'll be glad to see you after so long.
I am unwelcome, an unsought guest in their wood.
So one of the things I do like about this game is that everybody in the party kind of has their section of the game. And this, as you probably guessed, is France.
In the village ahead, you will find her, Mjern. Bring her to me. She will know why you call her.
So this is cool because these guys are from the Leviathan. These are the ones that we when we opened up all those cell doors. So I've never actually done it where I haven't freed them. So I don't know if you don't open that door, they just go down with the ship, which seems really brutal considering they're Mughals and that who would not want to be friends with these guys? But yeah, there we go. You are the one who helps us on the Leviathan. We had quite a time reaching this village. I still don't know how they got out, honestly. We you know, it took all 7 of us to commandeer a ship. So I don't know how these two managed that on their own. Anyway, I'm pretty sure they sell some good stuff. So let's get rid of all my stuff, for starters. Those cool pelts are super valuable. You can actually get some really good loot if you chain things down in the jungle. That's good stuff. Oh, all this juicy weaponry. I wouldn't exactly say it's advice, because you can find some of these things out in the field, but I always like to have one of everything, just in case, you know? Immune to silence, I don't really know if I'll need that. It raises strength when character has full HP, again, don't really know if I'll need that, but it's just, you never know. You never know when you might need these things. Actually, that one's pretty good, magic gloves. But yeah, Asuna, that's what we want. And Stoner as well. And I think that'll do. Again, I haven't actually turned Fran into a black mage yet, so we don't really need that. Anyway, yeah, the game always sort of explores each character's backstory a little bit. We've obviously had Vaughn. But I guess the one character that it doesn't really do is Penelo, which is a bit of a shame. Unfortunately, she's just kind of Vaughn's friend. They sort of come as one character, I think. So this is the Playboy Village. It's difficult to see it as anything else, but I guess it is what it is. But there's one chest I know that we want. I don't know if there's any others around here. I also don't know how these Viera are born. I mean, I don't really want to talk about it, honestly. But it's just always a question that's been in the back of my mind ever since I came here, all those years ago. We don't actually need to talk to anybody, we can just go straight up to the big cheese of the village. Now then, where is that chest that I wanted? I think it's right at the end. At the end of the path.
Hey, Mjorn lives here, doesn't she? We're here to see her.
You will leave at once. It is not allowed for humans to walk on these grounds.
We'll go as soon as we've seen Mjorn.
If you can find her.
We're not leaving until you let us see her. Fine then. We'll look for her ourselves.
Ah.
I've heard the voice of the wood. She says Mjorn is not in the village. Eruyt, where has she gone?
Why do you ask? The wood tells us where she has gone. Or can you not hear her? You cannot. Your ears are dull from hearing their harsh speech, I think. Viera who have abandoned the wood are Viera no longer. Mjorn too has left her embrace.
And you forsake them in turn?
It is the will of the village. Viera must live always with the wood. So is the green word, and so is our law.
We'll let you worry about keeping your laws. Just do us a favor and stay out of our way. We'll find her ourselves.
Our sister has left the wood and gone west. She wanders warrens among men who hide themselves in clothes of cold iron. Thus to me has the wood spoken.
The Viera may begin as part of the wood, but the wood is not the only end we may choose.
The same words I heard 50 years ago.
I do like the Viera. There's always a running theme of races who are more connected to nature tend to be those more at peace with themselves. And I think that's true of people. So that's the chest we want. You obtain haste, the greatest spell in the history of ever. I've yet to decide actually who's going to be able to use that. I think Balthier's the time mage, so he's going to be the one eventually. But yeah, I mean, I was out in the garden this morning. I was just moving a bit of a fallen tree. which doesn't sound that exciting, but it's nice to just be around nature. It's very difficult to be in this village and not make obvious comparisons between the elves and in Lord of the Rings. You know, I don't think it's the most creative Final Fantasy has ever been. But nonetheless, I do like this place.
Not bad, Vaughn. Didn't think we'd get any information out of that one. So then, what was she saying about men in a warren?
The Henna-Magicite mines. Maybe that's what she meant. They lie in Bangkor, south of the Osmoan Plain. The entire region is a colony of the Arcadian Empire. There would be soldiers.
Is that a problem? Let's move.
Fran,
Yes?
I was wondering what Yote said, you know? About how you said the same thing 50 years ago?
Your point?
How old were you again?
Nice fun.
Surprisingly rude.
Try to grow up, please.
Is it just me? Well, I still think that's a valid question, given the situation. Anyway, I'm gonna have to pause it for now, guys, but thank you very much for watching this episode of Final Fantasy XII, and please do join me for the next part, where we'll head to the Hen Mines. And I'll see you in a bit. Have a great day. See you later.